once a week and tell them I've withdrawn for a whole month because of this and this.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any other form of discipline?
Well, I think these ones are okay. From between, as I said, 3 years to 18. Yeah. Also, these people are also there's a way you actually respect your child. I know this is funny, but when a child feels respected, and you talk to them, like for example, when you want to beat, discipline, let me not beating. You don't do it in public where everybody is seeing. You just take them somewhere. And do your thing. Of course, you explain and do it and talk about it and finish, so that this child doesn't become a laughing stock to the rest. Because sometimes you do it in public, the friends start mocking and just making fun out of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are at a gathering, the child has spilled food, maybe. I need to take them away from that place.
Yes. In a place that is just, let's say in private, just behind the tent, as we call it, and just, why did you have to do this?
Okay.
It's not right, we talked about it. So, just some spanking, kidogo, but of course explain, or just tell them, this is not right. Yeah, family.
Naughty way where you don't have the time, you may not have the time to take them away. I don't know, for example, you are at a doctor's and they need to get that injection, and you already spoke about this earlier, and they're here disturbing you. Throwing tantrums, saying I can't be injected and blah 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 blah, and you've tried talking at that moment, and your patience is getting tested, and within no time you'd realize, pap. Shamweka.
This one, I went through it. One of my boys.
Yes.
I mean, even the mention of going to the doctor alone.
Yeah.
So I realized he fears pain. But of course, when they are sick, you will not sit with the child who is sick in the house, because they fear injection.
Yes.
So what normally used to happen, have the twins. So this other one, it was okay. The doctor just...
One of the twins.
Yeah, he never feared. I mean, it was so strange.
Yes.
But this other one, he was start crying and just screaming. So what I will do, I'll tell the nurses, or if the lab, get someone to help us here. Because this one, it can be a bit hard. So you have to be ready to help this child, because when it comes to like they are sick, that one you are not going to compromise. Yeah, just allow the pain for them to feel the pain. When they are well, you now explain to them. But this is something that is more personal. They fear pain. So really, not even everyone enjoys being injected. So that's this is a bit different. Even him being caned was a problem. He was not crying before you came. But now what we decided, even if you are crying, you have to go through we talked about it. You have done the miss. Since you fear being caned, why did you have to?
Why did you do this?
So you just have to lie down, and the dad used to do the beating. I encourage fathers. Because mothers are a bit interesting, because we just slap, slipper, pinch. That is not disciplining, or that is not, you are not doing it the right way.
For real?
Yes.
So I've been doing it the wrong way. No,
Slipper. No, slipper doesn't make any difference. Sometimes we do it like they haven't gotten used to it. Like this, how mommy does. So you'll become frustrated at one point. Like this one, I've been beating. Let me use that, and they don't get it.
Yes.
Because you've been doing it the wrong way.
Oh.
Yeah. They have gotten used. I talked about developing immunity.
Yes.
So they are used to it. one of my twins, the one that used to be injected and would feel like he's okay, there's a day his brother told him, I'll report you to dad. He told him, niko sawa, I'm okay. So when he reported that, he said, I'll report you, and he said he's okay, that woke us up. We realized, this boy, we need to change how we are disciplining. So now with the drawing privileges, we had signed them for a football club. Now we decided we are going to withdraw. That one, just made the boy shape up, because he couldn't believe being left at home when the brother is going for the football club. So he had, you have to look at now what other things that this boy, for example, this child likes. If I withdraw, this one will mean a lot to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, how should mothers discipline, and how do fathers discipline?
Well, mothers, we are the ones, we are nurturers. That is our role. We are meant to nurture. We are the ones when they come with pain, they are crying, we receive them back and like they feel comforted. So for a mother, of course we are living in a society where we have single parents.
Yeah.
So I'm careful here. I talked about just from the word go, how you relate with this child. And just the way you talk to them, they will tell whether you are just testing. They'll come and test what you said as a mother.
Yeah.
But discipline is supposed to be handled by fathers. If the Bible talks about fathers, do not provoke your children to anger. Mothers, our role is to nurture. But now society, we live in a broken world where we have single parent.
Yeah.
Single parent because maybe you are widowed, maybe marriage didn't work and you have this child. So just balancing that too for a woman is not easy.
Yeah.
But for people who are married, agree, be on the same page. Let this child know when daddy comes, he will handle this.
Okay.
Yeah. We've talked about it. When daddy comes, he will handle this. So that he remains, being a leader, being the person who is supposed to, the priest, I will call it the 3 P's.
Yeah. The priest, the provider.
Yeah.
The protector.
Yeah. Yeah. Protecting, providing, and being a priest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what happens? My 5-year-old has disobeyed, and their father is away. As a mom, I'm here. I'm not supposed to discipline them. I'm supposed to wait for the father.
Well, what I'm saying, the father doing the disciplining is like this child knows what is expected of them. They know when they do this is wrong. So you are like, why did you have to do this?
Yeah.
Daddy will handle that with you. Yeah. You just remind them. You actually, that's still part of discipline. You are trying to help them realize you've made a mistake. Even like house helps. For example, when a house help is left with a child, no house help is supposed to discipline.
Yes.
So their role.
Yeah.
However, when you come, mama, so and so. So when you report, that alone will make this child realize, I'll face the consequences of this. So as a mother, I'm saying this because there is a way we have been doing this, and because ya kuzoeana na watoto, familiarity creates contempt. So we are likely, because we've been these children wametuzoea from when we carried them. So there's that part. You will discipline but not do it the way it should. Yeah. There is a way a father does it and does it well. Even when they talk to the children.
Yes.
Even a look. There's a way, some of us who had fathers, your dad will give you a look and you're like, okay, that look is just too harsh.
Yeah.
I'll not repeat that.
Yeah.
But when you're a mom, there's a way she will look at you, yes. But there's a way mothers, we don't do it as effective as it should. And God in his own wisdom, that's why children are supposed to be gotten in the confines of marriage. But the world is broken. And we wouldn't blame those who got, because their circumstances result to that. And that's why now people go for therapy, just to be helped. Because, some of these things.
You've just reminded me a scenario. I think I was in class 4 there. And I remember I had left the lights on. the toilet lights on, and I'd been told before, so I forgot. And then my dad called me and he gave me a pinch that I've never forgotten. Since up to date, I never leave lights on. Whenever I leave a room, I must turn off the lights. So that pinch on my ear, I can still feel it now. Yeah. So I'm not supposed to use my hands to discipline.
No.
I can once in a while pinch.
No, pinching no. Hands are meant to bless. Not, I mean, our hands, like when they are pinching, there's a feeling, there's a pain that goes to this person. Like you mentioned something, your daddy pinching.
Yes, he pinched my ear.
It is supposed to be a rod of correction, not a pinch of correction, not a slap of correction, not a kick of correction. It's supposed to be a rod. Rod is a foreign thing. So when you have done the beating, do this judge yourself. I mean, just explain, you did this, I did this not because I hate you, but I'm correcting, I'm removing, my husband used to call folly. He will use the Bible, folly is bound in the heart of a child, but the rod of correction will drive it. So I have driven folly. You are not bad. I was removing the bad thing, which is folly, out of you. So that hand, when you draw, they will not, like they're feeling like you pinch them again, because you scare them.
Oh.
Yeah. You slap here, like you are bringing him back. They're feeling like you're about to slap them again. But when you use a rod, you've put the rod where it belongs, you just bring them and just talk it and just remind them this is not right.
So that means before I discipline them, maybe with the rod, I'll have to explain.
Exactly.
I am doing this because of this,
Yeah.
and I'm doing this to remove the foolishness in you. And then I beat them up, and then after beating them up, they're crying.
Yeah, once you are done, you actually agree, the number of the spankings, maybe 1 or 2.
Okay.
Now you finish, you put the cane there, it's a foreign object, now they are crying. Don't let them also manipulate you with the crying, because they can use that so next time you don't beat them. So you actually, you just let them stop crying.
My 3-year-old now has done that to me. There are times I cannot beat them, because I cannot beat her at times when she's almost eating. No, when she's just eaten.
She'll throw.
Yeah, she'll cry until she throws up.
Yeah, that's
and
manipulation.
that is a loss to me. And to me, that is manipulation, as you say. It is. What should I do?
Now, this one, you need some wisdom.
Yes.
Because if you know they are going to throw, so that next time you don't beat them, because they will even, you see, they also want to, they are trying to, their power, I mean, those are power struggle. They also want to feel they have some power. So when they do something when they are eating, just be careful how you handle it. Because now, as I said, you are the one who beat, because it seems to me you are the one who does the disciplining.
Yes.
And how about their dad? How does he handle these children?
Well, we both do the disciplining, but I'm the one who is quick. And then most of the time, he's not there.
Okay.
Yeah.
As I said, if you can relate to this, they have gotten used to you. Yeah. So maybe you have to change the way you do it.
I'll change now. You've said I'll tell them, Daddy will handle this.
And when he comes, let him handle it. As he that's too small, according to him.
Yeah.
Let him do his work as the dad. But also, just tell them, no, stop doing that. It's wrong. Family.
Yeah.
You know, I said this, don't do it. And you know, when you continue doing it, what will happen? At least the children, there's a way, humanly speaking, our fallen nature, we are rebellious, if I may put it.
Yeah.
There's rebellion that is, we are born with sin. I mean, we are sinful. Yeah.
Daddy, you're hearing this. Now, do different personalities call for different ways of discipline?
Yes, I like the way you brought it, personalities or temperaments.
Yes.
You know, we have 4 types of temperaments. We have cholerics, we have melancholies, we have phlegmatics, we have sanguines, phlegmatics. Cholerics are people who are very controlling and manipulative and just result oriented. Melancholies are also almost like that, but they're also controlling, but to a certain degree, the cholerics are now on the upper hand of controlling. So, as you said, the personality of a child. For example, sanguines. These are people who are very playful. I mean, they will even forget their things at school. They just come home and forget everything. By the time they are arriving, they have nothing. So helping them, because you know their personality, like of course you'll discipline because they forgot, but also now see how you can work with their teachers, if it's possible, to just remind the children, please carry your thing, because they are very forgetful. They like fun, they like friends, they just like happy things around them. Cholerics are people who are disciplined. They are easy because and even melancholies. They have a way of doing things in a systematic way. Phlegmatics are people who love peace. They just love peaceful environment. They do think they are a bit slow and can be irritating. So understanding a personality of a child is very key. Actually, it has been researched. Yeah, knowing your child's personality will help even to use the right discipline to discipline, as opposed to if you don't know the personality.
Yeah. Okay. So just to mention for me too, for example, a sanguine, how do you discipline a sanguine compared to a choleric?
A sanguine, I said there are people who love friends, outdoor party. For example, there is a birthday party of their own birthday, and maybe the school they encourage carrying cakes. Well, this is a bit extreme. You now telling this, okay, now because they have misbehaved, they have done something wrong, and like now your birthday is coming. You won't do your birthday at school, you will do it at home. And what that means to this child, doing it at school is like the teacher, everyone having a piece of that cake means a lot. When you do it at home, it's just the family. So now when you use that, I'm just giving an example, though this one can really make this child feel, pain. Can imagine that day, it can be a lifelong pain, but it will drive the message home. Look for something they imagine, if it's withdrawn, how that will make them feel. Of the magnitude of the mistake should commensurate with the discipline. So that there's some things you just have to overlook. Don't just think too petty. Use the cake. This is quite a huge one. For example, if they did something that just got into you, and you like this time around have to, like also now, discipline in the same measure.
So if I promised them swimming tomorrow, and then they misbehave today, can I tell them no swimming? Now that you've done this, no swimming tomorrow.
You can use that, withdraw that privilege of not going for swimming or going for a birthday for their friend you are looking forward to, and like you won't go.
Okay, won't that sound like I'm breaking my promise, and I don't mean my word?
You see, I said you have to agree with your children. If you do this, I will withdraw this. So you don't just, do it anyhow, because also like you promised, and now to look like you've not kept your promise. But also using that, you said you've done this, we've talked about it, so because you did this, we won't go for the swimming. And
a choleric, how?
Cholerics.
Can you do to make them feel?
Cholerics, like for example, they like feeling like they are in charge of some, like I'm just trying to think of what for a choleric. this child, okay, for example, a choleric who is result oriented, I'm doing this a bit careful. What I used to do, I'll use my example. We set goals. You, like when the schools are opening, these are the marks. Of course, now we put, we call it reinforcement. You put 100 shillings. If you get this 100 shillings, these are 8 subjects. You get these marks, you get 800. Because it's result oriented, and like they have done something, like you won't get your 800. So they'll feel the pain.
What a feel.
Yeah.
Not getting that money.
Yeah, and I know there's one who used to save. You can imagine now, this time around I'm not getting that money, so they feel bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Can a parent ask a child how to they should discipline them?
You are the parent.
Okay.
That's why we are parents and not. I mean, when you ask,
Yes.
I mean, your authority, you actually like putting your guard down as a parent.
Yeah.
You have to remain, as I said, consistent. Not asking them how I should discipline. I mean, they will tell you even not to discipline them.
Yeah.
I mean, who wants to be disciplined?
Like, well, when you do this, what should I do to you?
Well, I talked about setting some of these rules together, but weighing the option, because they'll come up with things that will favor them.
Yeah.
But you see, you want to drive the message home as in discipline. Discipline. I mean, like, for example, when they go out with their friends, for example, they go visit. So I tell them, come by 6:30 you should be here, or 7 latest, if it's not very far. So one of my boys will just come at around 8. And I will give you stories and you just listen.
Yeah.
So next time he wants to go, you are not going. Last time we agreed you came here at 8, so you are not going. Period. So because we agreed, so I'll stick to that. You are not going. Or maybe you give them money, they go and like buy everything. So like, where is the money? I mean, I bought, did we agree you buy this? Because also like when you go shopping, they want to carry the whole supermarket home. So you have to have a list. We are going to buy this and we stick to this. So they start throwing tantrum, they want these other things. What did you agree? So stick to your rules.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there something like under discipline or over discipline, and what would that entail?
Well, over discipline, I would call it when it's not age appropriate. As in disciplining a 2-year-old, let's say a 3-year-old, discipline that is for a 7-year-old or a teen. For example, isolating this child. I mentioned about that, the timeout, putting them or sending them in a room, like being there for, let's say, for half a day. That is torture them psychologically. So just a little bit. Now, for a teen, you confine there for a half a day. That will help them think. Yeah. Okay. So it should be equal to the age. Yeah.
Okay.
Under the same, just the vice versa. Give, like, let me say, giving one spank to a teenager.
Yeah.
Who actually went and fought, and he's injured another child. That is bad. You have to actually deal with it to the same measure. I mean, it should be commensurate with the mistake, or the wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there a way? Is it possible to? I mean, I'm being a bit pessimistic. Is it possible to spoil your relationship with the child because of discipline?
Oh yes, true. That one, when you overdo. For example, when you, can I say, shouting? I said shouting is not discipline. You actually, you are even using names that are not appropriate on your child.
Yeah.
Msumbufu huyu.
Yes.
huyu msumbufu, you are labeling, and it's a negative. So you can actually spoil your relationship by thinking when you call them msumbufu, you are disciplining, when you are actually labeling this child, and to them, I am just the troublemaker. It sticks. So that can actually affect. As a counselor, I will tell you, I've dealt with people in my sessions where they are like, my mom used to insult me, call me a cow. And that got deep into this person, that when they think about their mother, yani you would call me a cow. I don't have, like my head is just cow dung. You get? So you are thinking you are trying to help this child. You actually, your relationship will never be the same again. So just taming, because we were called these names when growing up. So it's just repeating what I said, you cannot give what you don't have. So what I tell parents, you have to actually attend parenting classes. Yeah, parenting classes will help you learn the skills of becoming, I would say, a good parent.
Can you find a scenario where when a parent says, I've tried discipline, I've done everything I can with this child, and they are still behaving this way? And so they maybe need to change tactic or I don't know, any intervention that can work. I'm just asking, is it possible to find that it's impossible? Discipline is not working in a child.
Okay.
Is that possible?
There's something you mentioned about personality. For example, if you you apply the wrong method, for example, I mentioned about my son who told the brother, you will tell daddy, you will report me, I'm okay with being beaten. That one is something that it's a red flag, I may call it. Like what would make a child get to that? One is because they have developed immunity to the cane. So you actually change the way you are disciplining so that you don't leave it there or continue the cane until they become defiant. So when they get into teenage, that's where now we call it the testing time of what you invested in this child.
Okay.
I talked about, I encourage parents to actually connect to their children. Emotional connection, as we call it attachment. When this child, there's a way society has programmed us that we don't really get enough time with our children because of running for, we need to do this job and what have you. And in the process, we have not been able to connect with our children as we should. Emotionally. And as I said, attachment. Because there is a way, you talked about mothers disciplining. There's a way you talk to your child as a mother. You don't need even to lift your hand to discipline this child because you know your child. You are able to tell, at the look of your child, you are able to tell if there's something is wrong without even them mentioning. But because society, the way it is, even us, our own parents never had time for us. And as I repeat myself, I can only give what I have. If I never connect with my own mother, it will take time for me to unlearn what I learned and learn the new way of connecting with my children. Being available, presence is just very key. So there's a lot that we need to do. If you want to have the best, you have also to give the best. And parenting is a full-time job. It's not just buying books, paying school fees, paying rent and what have you. I would rather you be there. I'm a bit careful I say this. Quality time with your child will determine how far they will go in life.
Okay.
Yes. There's that sense of security that comes with when your child knows mommy or daddy is around. As opposed to you have toys and television and laptops and phones and what have you and clothes, but you are not there. So in there's that, I would say that longing, there's that gap in their hearts for love. We are wired for love. And you can only prove you love your child by being there for them. Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Presence is key.
Yeah, presence is key, and I am saying we live in a world where you have to go to work from 8 to 5, and by the time you arrive home, traffic, you are arriving home maybe at 9, maybe they are already asleep. Reconsider, think about it. Can I be dropping them to school and just listen to their stories? Can I just be available on Saturdays and Sunday, take them for swimming, watch a movie with them, and just listen to my child? You don't have to be there because they also go to school, of course, when they start going to school. So also being intentional, we call it intentional parenting. Just being available. There are things you'll not need to beat. To just use a road. Just talk through with your child. Yeah.
I see. I see. Is there an age where you stop? Yeah, you've explained you can talk to them when they get to teenagehood. Is there a way, an age where you should completely stop using a rod?
Yes. A rod is just for a short period. This has been what we call corporal punishment, even in our high schools, where teachers use the cane to beat the students, and sometimes it helps, but it helps but not help, because there's a way bitterness and resentment, they develop bitterness and resentment even towards the people that influence, especially from, let's say, 7 years going. So you can use a cane for a certain period of time, but when you realize this cane is not working, you just have to change the way you are disciplining. I remember one of the schools where my son, one of my boys, we discussed this in a meeting, and the teachers actually reduced, I would say they reduced. And somehow my son told me, actually the boys have changed when the number of canes were reduced.
Oh.
Yeah. So the teachers started engaging them, like calling them and just having a free time. They have a counselor who is employed by the school. So the counselor will go and talk to the boys and just teach them life skills. What we call social intelligence, how they can develop social intelligence. How just to live with others. And even now, just how to relate with their parents, their teachers, and even people in the society. And that has really helped. Of course, not every child will help, because we come from different backgrounds.
Yes.
So schools, we meet with all manner of people. But those who are willing to be helped, they actually get the help, as opposed to just beating them even in their teenage. When you beat a child in front of others, it robs them their dignity. Yeah. Yeah.
They feel disrespected.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. As a Sunday school teacher, we meet different kinds of children, and maybe some are not being disciplined. I don't know, but from the behavior, and maybe it's not once, it's not twice. I don't know whether this question is right for you. As a Sunday school teacher, is there a way I can discipline them? Not really caning them. I can't cane someone's child. Is there a way I can apply discipline just to create decorum and peace in the classroom? Yes.
That's quite, of course, Sunday school or even school teachers who are, let me say, anyone called a teacher, from, playgroup to whatever, you have that authority that you've been given. to help the people that you interact with, I mean children for that matter. So when you see a child who has some character that is not the right one, if I may put it, they have some deficits in terms of their character, you just have to get this child and just try to find out why they do what they are doing. Is there a problem? Because as I said, there are children who have gone through rejection or abuse by house helps.
Oh yeah.
Some are mistreated by house helps. They are even beaten out. I mean, they are beaten literally.
Yeah.
I had one who used to beat my children.
Oh.
So I didn't know this girl will beat them and tell them, don't tell your mom.
Okay.
So instill fear. So the children, they never told me. So I don't know, from, the way you feel like something is not right here.
Yes.
So I just decided I have to just do away with this one. So when this girl leaves, the lady, then they start telling me the way they were being beaten. I'm
After
thinking,
she's left?
Yes, I'm like,
Oh, no.
why are you telling me this late?
Yeah.
Why would you, mbona hukuniambia akiwa auntie alikuwa anakuchapa? Alituambia tukikwambia atatuchapa zaidi. So that fear was instilled. So when you see a child, they are trying just to, I would say, they are manifesting something. They are calling for attention, that they need help. When you see they are not behaving like a normal child of that age, there's something amiss. So maybe even the parent, sometimes we have been working up to maybe Friday, Saturday you go for these other things, you don't have time for your child. Sunday you go to church, you take your child to Sunday school. After church, maybe you'll have very little time for your child. So maybe the parent doesn't even know this child has a problem. So I think teachers, to me, I tend to think teachers can actually work with parents, especially when it comes to discipline issues. If a child has a problem, try to communicate to the parent. Call the parent and just explain, I've noticed this. Is there a problem at home? Maybe this child is actually, the parents have separated. So that separation has affected this child. So they are actually just trying to project it on other children by being violent. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
You work with we work with the parents.
We call them the primary caregivers.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, this question, please don't go away. Please don't go away. It is going away. Another one. Are there do's and don'ts when it comes to discipline?
Yes. I had mentioned pinching, slapping, yelling, shouting.
Okay.
Yeah, those ones, no.
Okay.
They don't, that's not discipline. You are just, you are terrorizing. You're just making them traumatized by shouting and yelling at them.
Yes.
And also pinching, that pain that you're inflicting with your hand. As I said, when you try to bring them, they are like, is she or he about to pinch me again or slap me again? So they will tend to push them away when you pinch or slap them. But just embracing them, your hand, or even bless your child with your hand.
Yeah, you mentioned about fathers. Fathers are the ones who should discipline their parents, their children.
Yeah.
Now, what happens to a single mother? Can they introduce a father figure or something like that? How can they help their children to grow up well disciplined and?
Yeah, I said this intentionally because sometimes fathers are absent. They are not involved. So long as they have paid rent, they have done whatever it is supposed to be done. Nimefanya kila kitu. So most fathers are missing. In most households, they are there but not there.
They are there but missing in action.
And discipline is in their docket. I said we are in a broken world.
Yeah.
People are widowed. Separation and divorce happen. You get a child out of wedlock, and this man just leaves you stranded. You won't just sit there and see your child doing things. From that time, when you get this child, just try as much as possible, help this child, by disciplining. Of course, now you are the father and the mother, but intentionally seek for help in terms of just how to, when you feel you are not able to do it the right way, seek help. You can even beat, just spank, but do it in the right way, not to destroy, because some of us, we were beaten like a snake or an animal, like a beast, mercilessly. Do it, but don't do it when you are angry. Because sometimes, where I said women, or mothers rather, we do it when we are angry. Some fathers, of course. So that anger, you are not even helping, you are actually transferring that anger to your child. They become bitter and angry. When you're doing, you are angry. So you are actually you actually just transferring those emotions to your child. So that women, we are emotional. Sometimes we just, from nowhere, you are just slapping, doing all manner of things. Men are a little bit, they can manage their emotions. Not all of them, but sometimes men do that. And that's why they are the right people to do it. But also, I say to women, that attachment to our children is, as mothers, is more than fathers. So sometimes you will not feel like doing it because you are feeling atasikia uchungu. You've seen mothers, they take their children for a jab. They feel the pain, even if the child who is being injected. So that's how we are. So that's why discipline can be a bit tricky. But since you are the only parent for this child, do it when you feel it's not, the child is growing, like for example 7, get your brother if you have a good brother. Because I am very careful here, because I've had issues in therapy where someone comes and they tell you what their uncle did, and you are like, your uncle, your auntie. So there's a lot there. So look for someone that you trust, someone that cannot violate the rights of your child, even defile your child. Yeah, because it's happening. So being very careful who you introduce. Or if you're in a church setup like where we are, we have some of the teachers. Of course, now you have to really know this person very well. You can actually get one of the Sunday school teachers, a male, who can work with your child. I have done that before, and it has really worked for my children.
Also, you took them to a teacher?
Of course, you just talk to one of the Sunday school teachers, talk to my son. And I remember there's one of the Sunday school teachers who has been there for this, the twins. Yeah. Just following up on them.
And that teacher, the child should have known them, right?
That's why I'm saying Sunday school, because he has seen these children.
Oh, yeah.
He has interacted. Yeah. He's not a stranger. When he comes, they will not be hesitant. This is someone that have interacted from, in Sunday school, so they have that relationship. So even an uncle, a brother who visits your house and he is free with your children, you can trust him. Yeah. So at least even a teacher at school, teachers are very good. Like I would say the saying where we say in Africa it takes a village to raise a child. Yeah. I would say I'm a beneficiary, because even where my children are in school, teachers, some of the teachers have been instrumental in terms of just working with them. Yeah, like father figures. Like they call, my son will just ask the teacher, I want to talk to my mom, and the teacher calls me, and it's not the class teacher. This is one of the teachers, a male. There are 2 male teachers who have worked with one of my boys in school. So teachers, because they have taught them, they interact. They know this child, and maybe if there's something you want this teacher to know that this child is experiencing, maybe some rebellion. I've seen this. Could you please find out where this is coming from? And the teacher, in a way, they are trained also. They'll be able to even help the child.
Yeah, so that one has to also come from you as a parent.
Exactly. You should give permission, consent, we call it. You have allowed this teacher to enter their world, their space. And now it should be someone that they can trust. They have a relationship and they respect, so they are free to share the teacher at school, even Sunday school, or a relative, someone you trust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What I learned from today's topic on discipline is that I cannot discipline when I am not disciplined myself as a parent. And that just entails me being a role model to my child, acting what I tell them to do, because every child is monkey see, monkey do. They only do what they see their parent do. And also, I'm supposed to do it but from a godly perspective. You know, God teaches us all things. God teaches us to parent and all things. The Holy Spirit says that He will teach us all things, and that one to me includes even parenting. So thank you so much for watching. If this content speaks to you, kindly like, subscribe, and spread the word. So thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye bye.